see if this works okay. Hey folks, hey there, doing this as a little test. Hi. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, and if the music is hearable and not too loud as well. Hi. Been doing these on TikTok quite a bit the last couple weeks on TikTok, but I haven't tried doing this on YouTube. So I figured that I would give this a shot on here and see how it would go. So just doing this one as a little bit of a test. Might only go for a little while, but cool. Everything sounding good? Okay, great. Thank you all. Welcome. I wish there was a way I could make the chat a little bigger. It's so tiny for my old 36-year-old eyes. Yeah. Ugh. I just did a little short video that I was putting out a second ago. Thank you everybody who's been asking. Yeah, the surgery that I had it on this hand. It went okay. But my left is also tremendously overworked because it's been carrying all the weight. So I'm giving both these a rest, and this is something that I can do that doesn't really require my hands. So, you know. You said something funny at my last TikTok live. You win. Baked Patanyan? Sure. What you win, I couldn't tell you, but you won it. Your mom gifted you a 5-foot cardboard cutout of Reigen. That's amazing. Your mom is both great and terrifying, I think, for giving that to you. Give a thought to those blinking games. Is that a thing? You just win in general? You sure do. You know, the games that use your eyes to play. Oh yeah, I only know that from like some of the VTubers that have done the like, don't look at the lewd parts of this drawing or whatever, and they show like the little thing going around. It's so funny. Edmund Garcia, I wish I could do some more drawing streams as well. I'm not going to be able to for a little bit until I'm fully healed, but I would like to get back to that. And perhaps those of you who don't already know this, because we've got some tome news coming in a couple days on September 9th, perhaps there might be some drawing streams in the future that will have something to do with that. So, Mr. Noisy, well, I'm not going to tell you how my day is now, just Jadon, since you called me that. Thank you, Spinny. Just joined. Twitter. I would love to know how you pronounce your name. Treje Plank? I'm probably not even close. Matthew, I too am a fan of Toby Fox. He's a great guy. Love drawing streams. Yeah, I used to do them a lot more back when I was making the tome game. And they were a lot of fun to do pretty consistently. So hopefully I can get back to that at some point. I've been wanting to join Ashley on one of her streams at some point, do some drawing together, which would be fun. For the love of God, stop texting me. Jesus, sorry, I'm getting somebody blowing up my text right now. Thank you, Margarita. Treje Plank. Okay, all right, that was close. Opinion on Invincible, random dude. One of the best animated series I've ever seen. Love that show very, very much. Very excited for whenever they do more of it. Me and my group of friends that watch a lot of our shows together. That's like one of our favorites, and it's so good. Any advice to someone trying to get into voice acting, Charlie? I mean, my general advice is just like take as many like acting classes as possible and become a really, really, really good performer in general, regardless of how many like different voices you can do or whatever. The better of an actor you are, the better that your chances of actually getting work are going to be. So. Edmund, yes, I'm excited about Knights of Guinevere. Very happy for Dana Terrace and all of her crew. I actually went to school with Dana. Dana was, I think, 2 years behind me at the School of Visual Arts in New York City. Thank you for the $2 super chat and ice block. Can I say one of Reigen's special moves? Well, I don't voice Reigen, I voice Reigen. Very distinctly different. But my favorite of his special moves is the Aroma Runaway Express. So there you go. Who would win in a fight, Reigen or the Roaring Knight? I feel like Reigen would find a way to get out of that. He wouldn't win the fight, but he would find a way to escape with his life somehow. Started playing the SNES version of Super Mario RPG, Spinny. Excellent. You're in, I'm assuming, the Keto Sewers. Is that what that sounds like? Very cool. Pookie! Hello, Amanits. I feel like I'd cook doing the V for Vendetta speech. Oh man, I don't know if I'm talented enough to do that tongue twister. Opinions on Don Axelor. I am in the midst of season 2, really enjoying it. It's fantastic. That episode with the Dragon Force singer was incredible. Dragger, I find it wild that Homestuck is getting an animated series. Yeah, I was actually pretty close. I was in the running for voicing Carcat in that pilot. But my wonderful friend Brandon Winkler, who's a wonderful actor and human being, is going to be playing Carcat in the pilot, which I'm very excited to hear him on that. So, okay, the voice of Reigen was also in OKKO and Animated Tome as well. That is correct, Edmund Garcia. All of those things are things that I did. Hi, King. Hi, Savage Ghost. It is Griffin Puachu's birthday today. I should text him. He's the voice of Archie in the Tome RPG, as a matter of fact. Watching my playthrough of Paper Mario, it's so fun. Thank you, Margarita. We are going to get back to that eventually, hopefully, but before the end of the year is up. We're currently, me and Michaela and Germ are playing through Ace Attorney 5 right now. And after we're done playing Ace Attorney 5, not streaming it or recording it just for fun, but after we finish that, we're probably going to get back to Paper Mario at some point, so. Okay, Kyo is one of your favorites, Axelor? Oh, very cool. I love that show very, very much. Yeah, that's one of my favorite projects that I ever worked on, like, without question. We're a fan of Kids Next Door, Drake? Yes, in fact, yeah. One of my favorite Cartoon Network shows, for sure. Absolutely. Bobby Jr., yes. I am currently storyboarding. Well, I'm taking a break right now, obviously, but I'm storyboarding on my next major animation project, which is a feature film called Balancing Act. It's something I've been wanting to do my whole life. It's like, it predates Tome. Excuse me. And I'm hoping to dive into that pretty soon. Worked on the script for a long time and hoping to get into actually animating it over the next couple of years. So, casting as UFO, I've not really seen much of Psyche K, but I voiced a character in it. In the later season that was on Netflix, I voiced Hiroshi, who is like the most normal guy in the whole show, basically. So, Psyche K. Yeah, I get asked a lot about Psyche K. I've not actually watched it like from beginning, but I should check that out at some point because I hear it's very funny. Is my Smash Brothers main, Tradgore. I've always been a Bowser guy. I like the Belmonts. I like Mega Man, and a couple others. So, trying to make a series based on DBZ. Got any animation tips? Draw every single day. Something, anything, every day. Just always keep drawing. So, Clay Mushroom with a beret. I have not seen Kaguya-sama yet. I hear it's very good though. I have a long list of shows that I have to check out at some point. I have a terrific singing voice. Thank you, Stefu. Appreciate that. I am not a trained singer by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy singing. I haven't gotten to do it nearly as much as I used to, but it's a lot of fun, so. Pajama Cam, yes, I have played most Kingdom Hearts games, almost all of the major ones, so. Have I seen Delta Traveler? I don't know what Delta Traveler is. Is that some kind of Deltarune fan project, perhaps? Bury the Light. Mob Psycho fan over here. Goobert was wondering what my favorite episode was, and Gilwell said, thank you, Goobert. Appreciate that. My favorite episode, that's tough to say. I like most of the season finales, like the big final battles of each of the 3 seasons. But as far as like a non-Reigen centric episode, the middle of season 1 when Mob has that like kick-ass fight with crap, what's that character's name with the mohawk, and he has like the kind of helix things around his muscles, and in the alley they have that really like badass fight in the alley. That's one of my other favorites. So I've never played Ultra Kill, Apostle of Hate, Apostate of Hate, excuse me. Oh, it's a fan game. Okay, interesting. Thoughts on Silksong, Drake? I've not played Hollow Knight. I know it's like incredible, and I'm very happy for all the Hollow Knight fans that they're finally getting Silksong for sure. But I have not played it myself, but it looks beautiful. So. Oh, Johnny arrested you. Oh, when I played Donkey Kong Country, that must have been like a good 5 years ago, maybe. I think I did that. It was a long time ago. Tome is a infinity out of 10. Oh, thank you, Mr. Plushy guy. That's very kind of you to say. Hope you look forward to. We have some Tome news coming out in just a couple days on September 9th. If you guys will tune in for that, should be at around 11 Pacific time. We'll be coming out with, and I might do another one of these streams as well. So. Gonna go back to musical arrangements. Thank you, Steph. Cool. You do music? Very nice. Peace out. You too. Love to hear your stuff at some point. Currently getting through Silksong. Nice. Poster of Reigen is looking straight. I got this from someone at a convention. Watches over me always. Edmund Garcia, I have seen the first episode of Gaslight District. It's pretty cool. I'm not like super enthralled by it yet, but I'm gonna keep watching it. Static Shattuck, have you played the Legend of Heroes series? Is that like the Trails of Cold Steel series of games? I've not, if that's what you're talking about, I haven't played any of those, but I did star in the Trails of Cold Steel anime. The Northern War series. I played, we called him Tally. I forget what his full name was, but Tally was his like little nickname by the other main characters. But it was one of the main 4 of the Northern War Trails of Cold Steel anime series, which was a lot of fun to do. So when I did that Spiral Mountain song, that was a long time. Talion, thank you, Drake. Yes, Talion, stalwart knight. Baked Potato, I haven't seen Mushishi. I watched the first episode of Mushishi at a convention, like probably a good 15, 20 years ago when they were premiering it. So. Goobert, I have not played Cult of the Lamb myself, but I watched my friend Toxic Soul 77 play through it, and it was really cool. So. Kudai Hikari, what tales of games aside from Zestiria are you aware of played? I'm aware of most of them. I've watched a playthrough of Berseria because I knew it took place after Zestiria. The only one that I've ever actually played was Symphonia, a little bit on the GameCube, but I never finished it. Even though I really liked it, I was really enjoying playing it. I never actually finished it. Bye, Steph. Any favorite moments from Tome that stick with me? Ooh. A lot of the Zeto related stuff, a lot of the Curb and Zeto like kind of dual identity thing, because it was fun to perform and to write and to animate, like all of that stuff. Like those are some of my favorite moments, which is why when I did the Tome A to Z trilogy kind of release of it, and I added stuff about that was a lot of fun to do. So, Kara, funnily enough, and I know this is probably so disappointing, I don't have like any kind of crazy interesting story about booking the part of Reigen. I just auditioned for him like any other actor, honestly. It was as simple as that. But what I will say is, at the time, I hadn't done a lot of work for Bang Zoom, the studio where we did the first couple seasons at, and I was not usually someone in their minds for like playing like lead characters, like not all that often. So I remember my friend Gina, a British friend of mine who's a big fan of the show, she was like, "Oh, you'd make a great Reigen," and I saw a little bit about him, and I'm like, they probably won't even think of me for him. And I read, and I got the part, and then we spent like a good like 8 hours of recording, like in total, on just the first episode. It was crazy. So Banjo-Kazooie is your safe haven, Steph. Banjo's an old favorite of mine, absolutely. So love that. Got some, speaking of banjo, I've got a little lo-fi mix of some N64 music in the background. Was there a boss in a video game that I didn't want to kill? Everybody in Undertale, because I've never played the Genocide run myself, because I don't have the stones for that. Yeah, 8 hours. Not like 8 hours in a row. The only time I've ever done that, and even then we had an hour lunch break, was I voiced Therion, Octopath Traveler. Where's the nearest tavern? And, excuse me, I had 2 4-hour sessions back to back in one day. That's the longest amount of recording I've done in a single day before. And mainly because since Therion is, so laid back and down here and not very vocally stressful, I was like, yeah, you know what? I could probably do that in a full day, and worked with the lovely Terrence Stone, voice of Mayuri Kurotsuchi from Bleach, who's the director on that game. And we had an hour lunch in between the 2 4-hour sessions and did the whole thing. And then they called me back, and I got to voice Matthias, who was one of the bosses of the other campaigns in Octopath. So that was fun. Thank you, Rapello. Appreciate it. Edmund, thoughts on Monkey Wrench? I haven't caught up on Monkey Wrench the last few episodes, but Zurel, Josh Palmer, is one of the most incredible animators I've ever met. He's so amazingly talented, and I'm very happy that he's, doing his own show, and it's kicking so much ass. So, what was the hardest moment voicing Reigen? I would say probably the hardest moment to get through in terms of recording was probably the season 3 finale, that big which I recorded. I filmed myself doing that. You can probably go back and find that on my videos. Just all of the amounts of screaming and yelling and breathing and running and everything. It was just absolutely nuts. So, Brad Evans, how did I get started in voice acting? I was studying acting, kind of like on my own a little bit with no traditional training or anything like that. And I met the voice director at the time of Pokemon, Diamond and Pearl, they were doing, and he gave me my first audition. I didn't get my first one, but my second audition I booked, and I did a character on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl for about 5 episodes. That was my very first job, and didn't think I was going to keep pursuing it after that, but it went pretty well, and I kept booking jobs and doing video games, and then I moved to LA and had a lot of support out here to get into the business, but it is very hard. It is honestly something that I don't necessarily recommend people try to get into as a career, because it is so incredibly difficult to consistently make a living being an actor. Like, in general, not even just a voice actor. It's so hard to do. But if you love it more than anything, like if you absolutely love performing more than anything else, then, really study, performance. Chaos Aura, how's the Tome video game going? Came out about 4 years ago. We released in September 9th of 2021. So it is available now on Steam. We're going to have some news about the Tome video game coming out in just a couple days on September 9th, which will be the 4th year anniversary. So keep an eye out. The rise of indie shows like Digital Circus and Has-Been Hotel. Is there any future for Tome? Well, stay tuned for news on some Tome stuff on September 9th. So, Bob Go, I've not played Nikkei The mobile game, I'm assuming. I have quite a few friends that voice characters in it, and the designs are fun and cute. But I've not played it myself. I don't really play gacha stuff, so. Fun fact, when I recommended Mom Psycho to my friend, she asked me who Reigen's view was, and she realized, you're the creator of Tome. That's me, in fact. It is me. Hi, zombie. Hello. Thoughts on Lackadaisy? Probably, that might be the visually, not my favorite in terms of story, but visually, probably the most incredible indie animated thing I think I've ever seen. Like, oh my fucking god, it's like outstanding, the 2D animation on that shit. Like, good lord. My dad, Kerba dad watched quite a few anime with me. Did my mom enjoy it as well? You know what? My mom didn't watch that much anime with me. She watched a lot more American cartoons with me, like right before my anime obsession happens, because we watched a lot of Nicktoons together. She actually, my mom, I should do a Kerblog with my mom someday. She watched the Wild Thornberrys with me on Nickelodeon a lot. Sean, I've been watching since Newgrounds. Great to see me and Kira Buckland hitting a big thank you. Yeah, I mean, she's on fire. Kira's doing incredible with her career right now. So, bye, Baked Petunian. Thanks for coming by. I will try to stay whimsical. Don't blame it if I don't. Oh, did I miss something? You guys can keep reposting stuff in case I missed it, because the chat's scrolling by and it's only like a small fraction of my screen, and the text is tiny. So... Bluey, Bubbles? Bluey is fantastic. More, please. Do that show forever. My fiance just got me to Demon Slayer and she kills it. Yeah. Mitsuri is a very Kira-coded character with the pink hair and all that, so that's a big one for her. My favorite line in Mob Psycho 100, Ben O. Ego, is, he's a big boy! Should do a Kerblog where you invite indie creators and talk about indie cartoons. I would love to get some of those guys, but a lot of them don't know who the fuck I am, so. How do I feel about the Tiny Chef show? I only learned about this Tiny Chef thing from like when it was almost going to be canceled, and then they're coming back with it or something like that. I don't know all the specifics of it, but I haven't actually seen it, so. Margot, I have not seen the new Gumball season yet. I should check that out. I actually became friends with one of the younger voices of Gumball. He's now older. I think he's in his early 20s now. Or maybe he's like 19, I can't remember. But Jacob Hopkins, who's a sweetheart. I did Nostalgia Con with him a few months ago, and we hung out quite a bit. And he was so cool. Such a sweet guy. So, very funny. And does great anime stuff now, as a matter of fact. So... Mork, no, I'm so self-conscious about the way my hair looks. I'm not Lord Farquaad. Jesus. A few months ago, challenged me to remember a certain phrase for 40 bucks. Remember the name, I'll send it through, but not gonna lie. Wait, were you the person that was like, I'm Heat's Flamesman, remember the name? Was that what it was? Or Flames Heat's guy? Because I remember there was somebody in chat that was like, if you remember that I said Flames Heatsman, I'll pay you something. I was just thinking about that a couple days ago because I was rewatching a playthrough of Undertale. I'm trying to see about maybe getting a group of actors together to maybe do a live dub of Deltarune at some point. I was rewatching a playthrough of Undertale because it had been a little while, and I was remembering Flames Hotsman shows up, and I'm like, wasn't there somebody that said that they would do that? So, hey, I did it. Hey, very cool. My hair is way too soft and fluffy. What's my hair routine? Not much. I just shampoo and condition. I'm very lucky that I have very nice, most of my family has very nice hair, so. Would I do a Sonic game stream with friends voicing the characters of my Deltarune series? There's not really other than maybe like the Dark Brotherhood, which I've heard is not that great of a game, unfortunately. There's not really a Sonic game to do that with, to be honest, so. Guys, is that a bot? Jesus, that notification. Are you guys seeing that? I think that might be a bot. I'm hoping it is. If you can see the warning, your stream has been flagged by our automated moderation system. And I'm like, huh? Okay. It's a robot. Okay, we'll just ignore that. Who would I cast as Sans? That's actually the toughest one. I'm trying to figure out exactly who I can get to do it. So, have I ever thought about rocking a ponytail, Sean? No. I don't look good in a ponytail. My thoughts on the upcoming remake of the One Piece anime. I think it's a little too early. I kind of hope... I keep wanting them to wait until the series right now is over before they do a remake, frankly. And we have the live action show already, you know. It was like assistant directing on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Tons of fun. Getting to work with some of those actors was, dream come true. And writing for that game as well. I was very, very proud of my work on that. Heat Flamesman for the win. Thank you, Zombie. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh, Chaos Aura. Wow, yeah, you go way, way back. That's crazy. Yeah, you know, it's funny. I mean, the Curd blogs that I do, they're basically kind of like the equivalent of me doing podcasts, more or less. In fact, maybe for those of you who may or may not know this, you know, I have a Patreon, and people vote every month. In fact, we actually have a vote going right now for people can suggest Curd blog topics, and then I do recordings of them. So that's... something that I offer as a cool thing for fans to be able to, you know, get interactive with the stuff that I make on my YouTube and stuff. So, Curb being in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure would be fire. Yeah, I've auditioned for a couple JoJo characters before, but I've never gotten to actually work on it before. How's it working with Max Middleman? You know what's funny? I've met and hung with Max a few times, but I've never worked with Max directly before. No, I tell a lie. That's not true. No, I did work with Max one time on one of my earliest gigs. It was kind of a bummer because it was a job I got replaced on, but it was, I did a pilot for a show called Zack Storm, which was by the creators of Ladybug. I played this character that a fellow Chris voice actor, Christopher Corey Smith, ended up booking. It was a role I wasn't right for. I was this big Viking guy named Krogar, and I didn't know how to do the Nordic accent. I did the first episode, and then they were like, we're going to get somebody else. And I'm like, well, that sucks, but you know what? It wasn't a part that I was great for anyway. And Christopher Corey Smith is a good friend and a wonderful actor, and he did a much, much better job. But Max was on that show. He was I think he was the robot character. But what's on my Kingdom Hearts 4 wish list? As in, like, what is a world that I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 4? Treasure Planet and Aladdin and the King of Thieves, because I want to go to the Midas Island. Those two are my, like, please, please, please. And Wreck-It Ralph, I hope. Any of those, so. General Rung from Fairy Tail, the final season. Oh, yeah. I got to voice Erza's horrible dad in that flashback. I would never love a woman. I would be a dragon. What does he say? It's like, no, get away from me, you monster! That's what I remember. Then he meets a horrible death, being stepped on by his own wife. No, Tradgore, I have not jumped on the Uma Musume train. Thank God. I don't play gotchas. So, and I can't anyway because of my fingies right now. So, Treasure Planet is purely based. Absolutely. My God. I just saw the Sinbad movie for the first time in the last year. That's DreamWorks. But, yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, all those 2D DreamWorks movies were fun. Love this, man. Thank you, Mimic XX. Very kind of you. Been a long-time fan. Original Cower since, Parody Rangers. Been a huge part of, Tom's been a huge part of your life. Wanted to say them on inspiration. Thank you, Original Cower. That's very kind of you. We have some Tome news coming up in a couple days on September 9th, if you want to check that out. So, but thank you for being such a long-time fan. Parody Rangers. Parody Rangers next year is going to be 20 years old. Jesus. Can we believe we're getting close to the end of the Dr. Stone anime? Yeah, I'm going to be so sad, but satisfied at the ending of it. And I'm hoping that Mr. Mangaka will have a couple more lines. Ooh! So... would have been great. Yeah, I would have loved to be in Date Everything. I don't even think I auditioned for it, as far as I know. But happy for Robbie Ray and Max on that. So Green Shadow from TTA will make his web series debut. You got it. You take commissions for indie projects? Yeah, I do actually. Sometimes people email me. I did this like Yu-Gi-Oh fan thing. That someone, I forget the name of it. It's like Duel Arena, I think, or something like that. I did some kind of voice for like a Yu-Gi-Oh fan thing that was they were kind enough to pay me for. Yeah, usually I'll give them, here's what the standard rate is, and if you want me to do this, you know, for this or whatever, etc. It's case by case though. Oh, my wrist is okay. Thank you, Peace Rock 16. Yeah, it's healing, you know, bit by bit. I'll definitely voice a comedic side character if your manga ever gets adapted. Savage Ghost, I'll be ready to record whenever you want. Chaosora, no, I've never played Outer Wilds. If I were in Date Everything, what object do I see myself as? Ooh, that's a good question, Drake. I would say probably like a drawing tablet. Something like that. So I'd be named Tabitha, like the male version of Tabitha. If I had the opportunity, would I voice a character in Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, or Kingdom Hearts? Johnny, I would voice in anything that pays. But yeah, it would be great to work on a Square Enix thing. I've never done... The closest thing I've ever done was I did some background voices on the Final Fantasy VII remake. Makito, yes, I did do my surgery on my right hand, and my left hand is very overworked, so I'm, you know, doing what I can. What's an AMA redemption for it? It's an Ask Me Anything. So... Hey, it's me, everybody's favorite number one rated salesman, 1997. Spent and G spent. There you go. Broke my drawing tablet. Sorry, I just broke you. No! Ah! They ever auditioned for Indie Cross? I don't know what that is, but no, I don't think I've auditioned for that as far as I know, so... Holy Congadero, do I feel good? Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Was it like going back to the Tome web series after working on the Tome game? Tayo, it was fun to do the A to Z trilogy with all those extra scenes and stuff. That was cool to get to do that. So adding all the little extra stuff about Zeto/Curb. So. It's an indie project, and the name basically speaks for itself. Oh, okay, it's an indie crossover. Well, if they ever wanted like a Tome character or something in there, that'd be kind of cool. Bye, Until It Has an Axe, no problem. Thanks for stopping by, appreciate it. Oh, you know what? Okay, no, that Cuphead and Shovel Knight. Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah. Can I do a Reigen quote? He's a big boy! There you go. 8 years since the Silva Gunner Nico Doga thing. Oh my god. I don't know if I'll ever make something like that happen again, but I have worked with NTH, who's one of the head folks at Silva Gunner. She's fantastic. She did some music for the Tome game, actually, and she's so cool. Very sweet person, so... Black Clover seasons 1 through 4 dub streaming on Netflix and Hulu. Nice. I got to work on the... what's it called? The Black Clover movie. I was the lead villain of the Black Clover movie a long time ago, so. My most favorite character I've ever voiced, Margot, is probably Reigen, more than any. He's a big boy! There you go, so. But one of my new favorites is a character that's going to be coming out next year. I did the lead villain of an animated feature film that looks really cool. He's this young, creepy sort of character like this that I'm very excited about, so I look forward to that. Peace Rocks, I have been watching the new South Park season. Yeah, I think the newest episode... Was there a new one that was this past Wednesday? I can't remember. But I might be one episode behind, so... Love that voice, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. I don't get to play young characters nearly as much as I used to, so... that was a nice privilege to get to do that again at some point, so. Hyperlink blocked. Funny story, I think I've talked about this, but he's a big boy, that was something I just kind of improv'd during the show, and they kept it. They thought it was funny, because originally the line was, whoa, he's huge! And it just came out, and like, he's a big boy, and it made the director laugh, so. Hi, Hendy. Does Reigen like Serizawa? I would hope so. Thank you for the €5 super chat, Kurai Hikari. Real fans know the first Tome game was Smash with the official Mii characters. That's right, yeah, the Mii fighters that I made. That was fun. That was fun to do. Still have those on your 3DS? Oh, that's going way back, Tradgore. Yeah, that was cool. That was right when Xander first booked Smash 4, which is crazy to think about. And I worked with Xander Mobus on the Tome series, as a matter of fact. So, did you see the time in the Tumblr Sexy Man competition where Reigen? Yes, I actually did an animatic of that little fan fiction thing that Toby Fox wrote. I did an animatic of Sans versus Reigen, and Mike Sorich, the narrator of Mob Psycho, recorded it for me. And then I had Reigen at the very end go, I don't know how to feel about this, which was animated by my friend Toxic Soul. And yeah, if you go search that, you'll find it. But I did that like very shortly after Toby wrote that. It was a lot of fun. Benno, I go, yes, I do like cats. I like to play with other people's cats. And I cat sit for Marissa Lenti, voice of Gangle from Digital Circus. I cat sit for her two kitties, Koo and Moxie, quite a bit. Moxie, who is a voice actor. That's right, Marissa's cat has voiced in at least 3 anime, so. Ask him if Reigen has a gray suit for every day and to watch every day. He probably does, knowing him, so. Yeah, I've done some cute little videos of Moxie and Koo before, so. A cat VA, yes, that's right, that's right. You've got some dragons in your manga concept, nice. Make it happen. Don't let it stay as a concept, start drawing it. Who's my favorite character in Undertale? Ooh. Probably Papyrus, probably. The Birkin Truck King! So, if I do end up doing that Undertale charity stream where we voice the whole thing, I'll probably selfishly take Papyrus for myself. Originally, that was actually because someone else at the time wanted to do a fan dub of it, and they wanted me and Chris Zito to be the Skeleton Brothers, and that was why I had Zito and I do Sans and Papyrus. Her and I did that stuff, so. Go watch Mob Psycho in Japanese. Yeah, John, I've actually seen every episode of Mob Psycho in Japanese, as a matter of fact, so. Who wins, 1000% Reigen or Goku? Goku. let's be honest. You should have cast me to play Papyrus. I never played Papyrus for anybody else's thing. I only did that for the cartoon that I made the first time at Grillby's. Hello, Rat Muncher. Every time Marissa's mentioned, huge fan. Yeah, Bombgo, I'm a huge fan of Marissa's work as an actor as well. She's a good friend and a wonderful actor, so. I did, yeah, that Undertale animation is 9 years old, so. Any interest in DK Bonanza? Yes, I want to play it so bad, but I don't have a Switch 2 and can't afford one right now, so I'm probably going to end up Toxic Soul 77, who's been streaming lately. She's the voice of Susie and Noelle and all my Deltarune stuff that I've been doing. She's been streaming on Twitch. In fact, she's streaming right now, as a matter of fact. I'll probably have everybody go in there after we're done. She's probably going to play Donkey Kong Bonanza on her stream at some point, because she has a Switch 2, so. But pick a favorite Deltarune character besides Spams and Nintendo. Who would it be? I love so many of them, but probably Susie's my favorite. I would say probably. So, Benno Ego, it's almost your birthday. Anybody in chat, if you would like a personalized birthday message, and if you want to support me financially while I'm recovering from my surgery, cameo.com/Kerbifer. You can find my Cameo page, and I do personalized messages. I dress up in the Reigen suit and everything, and all proceeds go to my medical bills and my rent. So you're making an Undertale fan game. Nice, very cool. Watched Mob Psycho Japanese, then rewatched English, and then found my Teta videos. Nice, cool, Margot. Where did I get that cosplay? I actually just had the suit already for, like, you know, fancy stuff, and I just got the pink tie, and it just worked. There it was. So thoughts on Couple of Cuckoos? Yeah, I've not seen the show, but I know Marissa's directing that, and she's doing fantastic on it. So no, Chaos, I've not played Stars in Time. I hear it is amazing though, and I would love to check out that game at some point. Thoughts on Bravely Default? Bravely Default's pretty cool, Drake. I've not played it myself. But I think it's cool that Square decided to make something a little bit more like the traditional Final Fantasies again, for people that want to have that itch scratched, as it were. So, which Chrono Trigger character would I would have? Oh, that's really tough. See, I would love to be either Frog or Magus, but Okay, I have this dream. If Chrono Trigger were to ever get a fully voiced remake, kind of like the Dragon Quest remakes that they've been doing, or Live Alive, I have this dream that it's done half in the UK and half in Europe, and they get all Dragon Quest and Dragon Ball actors. I would love that so much. And I think that Frog and Magus both are characters that would probably need to be British actors because they're so Shakespearean type of thing. But I would love that, so... So Kira, who do I main in Smash Brothers? I've always been a big Bowser guy. Love playing as Bowser. Mega Man, the Belmonts, a whole bunch of folks. Who would I voice? Gosh, I don't know, man. Johnny, wow, yeah. So, how was it when I voiced CP0 Agent Maha on One Piece? X13. A dream come true. I wanted to get on One Piece for like 15, 20 years doing anything as a voice, and so when I finally got to... I actually just worked with Anthony Bowling, who cast me on the show. I just worked with him on a project a couple days ago, and he's wonderful, and I owe him and Emily Fajardo, who have been directing the show the last few years. I owe them so much. So much, so... Maha didn't canonically die. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's dead. So... Anyone never tell me I look like Weird Al with glasses? Do I? My hair's not nearly as curly as his, though. Mine's more straight. Weird Al's a damn handsome and damn talented guy, so I'll take that. Excuse me. Oh, hear this. Grapes. Well, to see One Piece fans work on the anime. I mean, there's been so many now. So many people that were fans of the show that are now in it. So, played the Project Nobody May Cry, the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix mod where you play as Roxas the entire time with the custom drive forms. No, I've not played a lot of fan mods of things in general. Want to show me your fan art so bad? Redemption, please feel free to send it to me over like Twitter, Blue Sky, comment here, anything. If I could voice another One Piece character, who would it be? Ooh. I would love a shot at maybe one of the Elbaf characters, but the thing is, I feel like those characters like really lend themselves better to people with like lower, deeper kind of voices. It'd be fun to scream my lungs out as Loki or something, but I feel like there's probably better people that would be suited to Loki, so. Mad respect for the One Piece dub folks, because they brought back actors into the roles in upwards of a decade, even for similar like Sunwon Wolf. Yeah, they are very, very loyal about getting everybody to come back and play those characters, and absolutely, so, yeah. What's on Brian Curza? I think I know that name, but I'm not super familiar with their work off the top of my head. Reigen is Nick from Lollipop Chainsaw. Is that the boyfriend who's like the severed head? I would like to play the beach guy in Tomo-chan as a girl. That was just an incidental. It was funny. I was recording with Caitlin Glass, who was directing the 3rd season of Mob Psycho, and she was directing Tomo-chan as a girl at the time. And she's like, hey, you want to do some bit parts? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So I played a bully, one of those like school bullies that was working with that punk kid guy. And she gave me one of them, and he had my hair, my long kind of haircut. So I was like, yeah, I'll be him. And then while I was there, they had a beach episode, and she had me play this like kind of like dude bro who's like, hey girl, and then gets the shit kicked out of him or something, I think. So. Oh, you liked the Chrono Trigger April Fool's thing, Johnny? Thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to do. Hello, Alyssa. Yeah, I wanna show Toxic Soul Chrono Trigger at some point, because that game is like life-changingly fucking good. It's so incredible. If I could be any kind of tree, I would be one of those like circular trees in the field of Princess Peach's castle in Mario 64. So, thoughts on getting over it? I would probably rip my hair out playing that game, and I don't think I ever will. Making your own comic book, Rat Muncher? Excellent. Very cool. Redemption Ford? Yes, I do like Digital Circus. I'm friends with quite a few people on the cast, as a matter of fact. Dante, I've not seen Babe. I've not really seen much of Beyblade, the series in general. I watched a little bit of Metal Masters. Any new games I'm excited about? Pokemon ZA, which I'm not going to be able to play myself, but I'll probably be watching Toxic play that as well. So, my favorite character in Mob Psycho, other than Reigen and Mob, Benno, probably Dimple. He's a funny lab. Which cast members? I think I know literally everybody except Alex and Amanda. I think, yeah, and Goose. I would love to meet Goose, especially because obviously they're the creator. So you've got a Switch version, I heard. So I'm trying to save money. The surgery cost me a fair bit, so I probably can't even afford to get the Switch version right now. And I don't have any. I'm kind of between gigs at the moment, and I kind of just have to. This is my source of income right now, is making videos. So I'm trying to do shorts. I've been consistent about doing shorts and videos like almost every single day the last like 4 months. So Dante, I've not played Sonic Frontiers, but I watched my friend Courtney play everything, the whole 100% and all the DLC and everything. So Redemption 4, no, I wish I was at New York Comic Con. I would love to go. I used to go all the time. When I lived in New York City, I would like walk to the Javits Center and go to it. It was a great con, but I haven't been in a long time. The last time I went to New York Comic Con, I think wasn't since I was living there. So I was looking up my 10 of fan dubs and streaming. Hi, what's up, aloof meerkat? How are ya? It's TV time. It's my favorite anime, Handy. One of my all-time favorites, an old school show, is Yu Yu Hakusho. That was one of the most influential series on me as an actor, as an artist, like everything. So, who would I choose to stay with in an apartment for a year? Rules Card or the Chaos King? Neither, but between the two, Rules probably. Oh, there's a Hololive concert at Radio City. Nice. Who was playing there? That's pretty sick. Love my Mario RPG song. Thank you, Alyssa. Have you seen the new one? Have you seen Escape the Forest, the new one that I did? Thoughts on the Sonic franchise as a whole? I have a love-hate relationship with the Sonic franchise. Crossworlds looks really cool, though. Seems like a lot of fun, so. Thoughts on A Hat in Time? Edmund, maybe you might know this. I was the voice director and casting director for A Hat in Time, which was a lot of fun. So I cast Xander and Afia and Kellengoff in that game, as a matter of fact. And that was a really fun project to do. So that was one of my very first professional directing jobs, was on A Hat in Time. Fantastic game. The Ian Branch performed for 2 days. Very cool, very cool. Alfana and Gerda both played on it. Nice. Who should you draw right now, Redemption 4? You should draw Kerbifer, my little Sona character. Ever played D&D with any voice actor friends? Like one-off things for like streams that I've been invited to like a million years ago, but I've never done like a full-on like actual campaign before. So I'm not super into D&D, to be honest. It's like too intimidating for me, but I think it's cool. I think it's really creative, and I do love Vox Machina. I need to catch up on Vox Machina, the last season of that. Excuse me. Sonic short about him waking up many times as my childhood. I'm still not over the fact. Yeah, that is an old cartoon. Did you see the new version that I did of it, where he wakes up and he's modern Sonic and he's in bed with Shadow? That was fun to do. What got me into voice acting to begin with? I got really obsessed with voice actors on an old website from over 20 years ago called TV Tome, which is where Tome gets its name from. And they had articles about every voice actor in imagination, and I learned about all of them and became this big kind of encyclopedia about them. And then because I was making my own cartoons, I did voices for my own cartoons and kind of started to study good acting, to how to be a good actor for animation. And, lo and behold, I ended up being pretty decent at it, and now I do it professionally, which is great. So, who would win, Kara or Reigen 1000? Reigen 1000 could take Kara. So, could take care of him, Matt. Thoughts on Joshua Waters? Joshua's so sweet. Very talented. Very, very sweet dude. Pathfinder's Wrath of the Righteous? Don't think I've heard of that. Cake or pie? I do like both, but I'm more of a cake person. So, should dub the water cooler from Deltarune. Well, the water cooler is Miss Mizzle, which is a female character, so probably not. Do a line of Reigen meeting the Roaring Knight and beating them? No. But if you want a personalized request, cameo.com/Curvifer. Bumble. Sean Ship Vlog Worker. Bro. I think Sean was in the third one as somebody. I can't remember who. How was it working on KG Tang? Yeah. KG was actually like a good 4 characters on Mob Psycho. Yeah, I've known KG for a long time. He's a great guy. I see him at the gym once in a while. Him and his wife Marcy, yeah, they're both great, fun folks to work with. Rewatched Tome a bunch of times. Never seen TV Tome Adventures. Karai, you don't have to watch TTA. Don't even worry about it. It's awful. If you ever feel like seeing the humble beginnings of it, if you search on my channel, TTA Archives, you'll find a playlist of it. But I don't recommend it because it's pretty bad. So. Lucy Goosey, if you would like a shout out, check out cameo.com/Curvifer. Ever get into Machinima? The video game movie thing, not the Long Gone Company. Yeah, I did a couple Machinima. I did a Halo Machinima series called Grey Team a very long time ago, and I voiced one of the main characters in that. I don't even know if that's still up anywhere. But yeah, that was my friend. I did that with Mark Swint and Melissa Johnson and a couple other people. Duke Robert, a few others. Yeah, that was fun to do. It was a really serious, down-to-earth kind of character. It's my favorite move that Reigen has, Benno Ego, the Aroma Runaway Express. So, if Reigen had to draw himself, how would you think? I feel like Reigen wouldn't necessarily be that great of an artist, if I had to guess. I don't see him as, even though he's a creative guy, I don't think he's very artistically inclined. You drew Curvifer earlier? Nice. So, I might make you watch Mob Psycho. Got to know my work from the Tenna dubs. Oh, very cool, Lufmir Cat. Yeah, highly recommend Mob Psycho. It is a 10 out of 10 anime. I know I'm biased, but it's a fantastic show, honestly. So, Inanimate Insanity? Never heard of that, but Josh is in that? That's cool. Okay. Smash Kinga, that sounds familiar. Favorite Shao Poof line? Oh. I love the part where he screams, "For the king! For the king! For the king!" And I also snuck in when he's like having his like beating himself up mercilessly thing. And he's like, what is it? He calls himself a dimwit. That was my little Yu Yu Hakusho reference I snuck in there to Genkai, so. Really like how I draw my persona. How did I come up with the modern redesign? Like the current one with like the blue kind of tattered stuff. That was actually co-designed by Toxic Soul 77. I did an initial sketch of it, and then she was like, "Here, hold my coffee," and then made it better. But it was kind of a combination of all the different elements of all the different versions of Curvifer that I've done over the years, and kind of combined into one better design. So, Chaos, I have played the first path of Nier Automata. I borrowed Kira's copy of it, and I played the first path, and then I started the path B or whatever with 9S, and I never finished it. And then I started watching the anime, and then I also never finished it, unfortunately. So, who would win in a scanning competition, Reigen or Spamton? Reigen, 100%. He would find a way. Listening to Escape the Forest, and you're surprised that I can rap? Yes, yeah, I'm a decent rapper. I'm an alright, decent singer-ish, but not traditionally trained at all. So, who would win, Conversation Kratos or normal Reigen? Kratos in general. Have you seen him? Reigen wouldn't stand a chance, for fuck's sake. Still waiting for an unarchived karaoke stream. Maybe someday. Why did I get into voice acting? I found it to be a really fun, interesting process from animation, because I do animation and art first and foremost. And I got really fascinated with the industry and actors in general, and found that I had a pretty decent skill for doing it myself, and then had some professional opportunities, and then they kept coming. So I was very lucky in that sense. Your sister tortured the Reigen plush. No! I've not played Expedition 33. What characters do I find the most fun to voice at? Ones that have a big, wide emotional range. Reigen is a perfect example because he's serious, he's wacky, he's funny, he experiences everything. That's the funnest part, is when you get to be a character that's like, you know, like it gets to be all over the place. If they're a little one note and serious all the time, they're not quite as fun, but sometimes that can be a challenge too, kind of riding the highs and lows of their range too. So how'd I get into animation? I wanted to make my own shows, and so I was like, well, they're not going to happen if I don't learn how to animate. So, you know, taught myself over a very long period of time and developed the skill that I'm at now. What is my vocal range? One of the higher things that I can do is like the voice I do for Lancer. Ho, ho, ho. Hey there, Susie. Like, that's kind of the highest that I can kind of get. That's like in kind of a cartoony range. Kind of what I did for Frankenstein. So that's kind of the farthest in terms of like actual like pitch. But what are my thoughts on Toei taking breaks with the One Piece anime? I'm fine with that, honestly. Doesn't mind. It doesn't matter to me. So as long as the show continues to be as good as Egghead is right now, then I'm all for it. That's in the upcoming Steven Universe Lars of the Stars series. I'm down. Anything from Rebecca is okay by me. So I went to school with her too, actually. She was 2 years ahead of me. So Luigio, thank you for Tome and some Pathological people. Awesome, always looked up. Thank you so much, Luigio. We've got some Tome news dropping in a couple days on September 9th, so keep an eye out on my channel. I've got the video up for it to premiere on that day. So my favorite One Piece character? Probably Chopper. Chopper's my favorite Straw Hat. So, what is the idea for the big gay dance for DDD's Final Smash? That was Kira's idea. Kira came up with all the jokes for Brawl Taunts. I just animated it. That Brawl Taunts is really more created by her, and I just drew it. So, you know. It's more like the big gay pride dance more than anything. The new Tome is actually going to be a gigantic rap battle series. All the characters rock crazy. I did think about doing a rap battle thing for Tome back when I was doing the show at the time, but I think that even what I came up with is like probably long gone from like computers blowing up by now. So I have a least favorite Mob Psycho character, and if so, who is it? Probably some of the Claw guys that look very weird and scary. My voice for a future indie show that I enjoy? I hope so. I've auditioned for a couple glitch things. I think I auditioned for the character in Knights of Guinevere that Kaylee McKee is playing, the older guy, which is very cool. So pulling a gun on you was her idea. That might have been my idea. That might have been my idea. The intro to Brawl Taunts 3 was my idea, where I jump out the window and everything. Speaking of Escape the Forest, what version of Mario was it? My clue was trying to figure out, since he's played Mario longer than I have. Elaborate, Reigen's wife. I don't know what you mean. How did I get into voice acting? Chance VO. I think, actually, I'll say this. If you go search on my channel, you'll find quite a few videos where I talk about my experiences of getting into and working in voiceover. So that can answer it better than I can, because I'll probably end the stream pretty soon. So yeah, I hope I get to audition for some more Knights of Guinevere stuff in the future too. So. Oh, thank you, Luigio. Yeah, I play him in the first season, and then I did him also in Isekai Quartet as well. So, Julius Euclius. Yes, of course. Probably go for a couple more minutes, and then we'll end here. So, it's my favorite duel from the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Ooh, that's tough. I like a lot of the Duelist Kingdom stuff. I like the Paradox, the Make-You, Labyrinth Brothers, Yugi and Joey versus them, and the final battle of Pegasus as well is really good. Really enjoy my art style. Crazy excited for Balancing Act. Thank you, Billy. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been having to take a break while I'm healing, but I'm in the midst of storyboarding for Balancing Act right now, and there will be an opportunity. Eventually, I'm going to do a Kickstarter for Balancing Act where people will be able to donate to get their own characters in the movie, just like I did with Tome. So look forward to that in the future for sure. So what would happen if Reigen got psychic powers in Mob Psycho 100? He would just keep doing what he's doing already, except it would be a legitimate business instead of a fake one. Toma's better writing than the Velma show. I haven't even seen the Velma show, but I believe you. I have a pleasant voice and I'm a great VA. Thank you, Peridot. Inclined. Appreciate you. Alrighty, well, we're at the hour mark. I think I am going to... Let's see. One moment. I am going to have you guys come with me to raid somebody. Hold on. Here, one moment. Let me mute this immediately. Hold up. There we go. Here, everybody. I would love for you all to go hop into Toxic Soul 77's chat. Toxic is the voice of Susie and Noelle and all of my Delta and stuff. She's a good friend. She just started Twitch streaming very recently, and she is trying to get partner on Twitch. So you guys should hop into her chat, tell her I sent you, give her a subscribe, and let's go hang out with her, and I'll be modding in her chat, so we'll be around there. So, all right, everybody. Thanks so much. This was fun. Maybe I'll do some more of these. I'll probably do one after the tome thing on what's it called? On Tuesday after the news. So yeah, in the meantime, yeah, go check out twitch.tv/ToxicSoul77. Let's hop in there, and I'll see you guys later. Alrighty, and now I have to find out how to end this. Hold. No. Let's find out. How do you end? Oh, there's the big X button. How about that? Okay, bye everybody. Catch y'all next